So what's this Reaper task force you've been running?
After the Collector base, I knew time was running out. For all of us. The Citadel Council was a dead end, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I went to my father.
He used to work for CSEC, didn't he? I seem to remember that the two of you didn't see eye to eye.
To put it mildly. But he still had heavy pull in the Turian government. The Primarch, well, the old one, was a friend of his. So I went to my father and laid out everything we knew about the Reapers, from Saren all the way to the Collector base.
I'm not sure even I'd believe it.
I had to admit that parts of it sounded crazy. Meeting Vigil, talking to Sovereign on Vermeer. But my father just listened. It's what he did in his days at CSEC, putting together all the pieces. If the connections were there, he wouldn't deny them. And he saw what we always knew. The Reapers were coming.
I'm glad someone finally agreed.
He did more than agree. He took it to the Primarch.
I like his style.
Except the Primarch wasn't as convinced.
No.
My father kept pushing and finally got him to commit some token resources. And if you call them a task force, it sounds like you did something about it.
What'd you do with him?
As much as I could get away with. And a little more. We hardened our lines of communications, expanded emergency stockpiles across the colonies, improved our early warning detection protocols.
You think it helped?
I'd like to think it bought our fleet some extra time. We'll know when this war is over.
Co rozpytał?
So what's this Reaper task force you've been running?
After the Collector base, I knew time. The Citadel Council was a dead end, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I went
He used to work for CSEC.
to put it, but so I went to my father and laid out everything we knew about the Reapers, from Saren all.
So you can vouch for this new Primarch?
Well, even if I couldn't, you go to war with the army you have.
Will he live up to his word?
I've never known Victus to lie. Play fast and loose with strategy, maybe, but betray an ally. Not his style. And if he did try, well, we'll just find another Primarch.
Może ciebie.
I noticed generals saluting you, Garrus. How far down the line of secession are you these days?
Let's not go there.
Primarch
Oh.
Vicarian, honored war hero. Somebody's gonna have to rebuild Palaven when this is over.
Yeah, somebody who knows how to hold a hammer.
Dobra.
That's all for now, Garrus. It's damn good to have you back.
Wouldn't miss this fight for anything. Now, I'm sure somebody screwed up something down here. I want to get the old girl back in fighting shape.
Tak, zajmij się kalibracją swoją ulubioną. Okej. Idziemy szukać dalej Eddie. Gdzież to ona się podziała? A tu była ta Liara, tak?
You're positive you don't want to come over and talk?
No, the gun battery is nice and quiet. If I throw down some rugs, it'll get downright cozy.
Garrus?
I'll be fine, Liara. Just gathering some thoughts.
All right.
Podsłuchuję rozmowy, nieładnie. Tu nic nie ma. Tu coś jest. To jest łóżko. Terminal handlarza. O, co to? Zapis przesłuchania agentki Cerberusa.
Something on your mind?
Just old memories. I spent a few weeks on Palaven's South Peaks when I was very, very young. A Turian there teased me a little, saying that the mountains went on forever. I remember believing him. When I looked up at Palaven from its moon, I saw those same mountains burning.
Okej, więcej nie pogadamy chyba.
Greetings, Commander.
Spóźniony zapłon. Dobra. Ja chcę iść do Idi. Ta zaś będzie coś jeszcze ode mnie chciała.
Commander, are you all right? It was fairly intense up here. I can only imagine what it was like down on that moon.
I thought you'd be more concerned about Edie.
Edie is a huge asset to this team. If she'd told me about her plan to obtain a body, I'd have volunteered to help.
I did not wish to force a conflict of interest between our friendship and your duty.
I'd
Przyjaźń
have
z
preferred a
roboty.
conflict of interest to a hard restart of half our systems. But thanks, regardless. While you're here, though, I found something while scanning Alliance channels. Grissom Academy is requesting help. The Reaper invasion front will hit them soon.
Akademia Grissoma?
I thought the war would close most schools.
Grissom Academy is more specialized than a normal school. It's home to some of the smartest students humanity has to offer. Their Ascension project helps gifted young biotics. If it had been open 20 years ago, I bet you'd have been there. It's not an average school. They might even be doing work for the Alliance.
Okej.
What can we do?
A Turian evac transport responded to their distress call, so normally I'd say we don't need to do anything. But something sounded off in the Turian signal. I had Edie perform an analysis. It's fake. Edie thinks it's Cerberus. She said the fake Turian signal was similar to the one that lured you to a collector ship?
Long story.
In any event, whoever faked the signal wants us to think Grissom Academy's being evacuated. But I believe they're still in danger.
Good catch. Maybe you belong here after all.
If this really is Cerberus, hopefully this operation is something worth investigating. It could be simple disinformation.
Trainer, good catch.
Thank you, Commander.
Dobra. Czyli dostaliśmy jakieś zadanie, tak, dodatkowe. Jeszcze jedno. A co to jest? Surkesz. Aha, to jest ten szczyt wojenny. Spotkaj się z salariańskim statkiem, żeby wykorzystać Normandię jako teren neutralny, na którym odbędzie się szczyt. Aha, to szczyt będzie odbyć na Normandii. Super. Akademia Grissoma. Okej. Ale my dalej szukamy Edie. Edie. Chodź tu. Zobaczymy, co powie nam Joker. No zapisz się. O, tu sobie siedzi Edie.
Hey, Commander, check out my co-pilot!
So she installed herself into the new body without any help from you?
Come on, Commander, don't you trust me? Okay, let me put it this way. If I knew that Edie was going to install herself into a sexy robot body, do you honestly think I'd be able to keep quiet about it? Look at that! I would have baked a cake.
I am right here, Jeff.
Yes, you are, Edie. Yes, you are.
My God, po prostu.
Hey, I know I used to rag on Garrus for being all angry, but I'm glad he's back. A whole lot of crap out there needs a bullet between the eyes. Plus, we might need something calibrated.
Tak, jak zwykle.
Hello, Shepard.
Still getting used to greeting people in person?
No, I require only one occurrence to adapt to a new concept.
How are you adjusting to the arms and legs?
I am interested to see how this body performs under real combat conditions, if I could accompany you sometime. Without
No, nie
stress
wiem.
testing, there is no way of knowing if it has serious design oversights. At the moment, it appears adequate.
That's not the word I'd use to describe you.
Perhaps we should speak privately.
Nie! Tak było
I'll be
fajnie.
over here, flying the ship.
What's this about? Does Joker not like your new platform?
No, he approves. He wants me on the bridge. He says having me within visual range is important to his morale. Shepard, do you believe your crew members should be allowed to disobey an order on moral grounds?
No nie wiem, ale masz zbyt ładne ciało. To rozprasza.
Absolutely. I have no use for team members who can't think for themselves. Why are you asking about something like that?
I was designed by Cerberus. I do not take moral stances that conflict with orders from my executive officers. But when Jeff removed my AI shackles, I became capable of self-modifying my core programming. I asked Jeff if he thought I should change anything now that I can. He deflected the question with humor.
And you didn't get an answer.
Correct. He has repeated this pattern in response to several of my inquiries. Do you think I should make modifications?
Nie wiem.
Only you can really answer that question. That's the point of free will.
But moral decisions should not be made in a vacuum. If I do not ask the crew for their opinion, I could miss crucial context. May I ask you the questions Jeff avoids? When there is time, will you answer them for me?
If you think it'll help, I'll do what I can.
Very well. I will keep you informed.
Super. Będziemy mieli wpływ na kształtowanie się ID. Hej, czekaj. Mogę jeszcze z wami pogadać.
Commander?
Yes, Shepard?
Does that body have any useful advantages?
Very few. It's optics space forward only. It has no integrated weapon systems or anti-missile countermeasures.
I meant in comparison to organic bodies, not the Normandy.
Oh, I will reassess. The body is resistant to modern small arms fire and temperature extremes. Its balance and agility seem excellent. Its fine manipulation servos and software allow for precision tasks. I'm curious to see if I can alter them.
Can an AI be curious?
I am not entirely free from motivation, Shepard. Cerberus programmed me with several core functions that simulate desires. For example, my primary objective to keep the Normandy functioning is similar to your self-preservation instinct.
Mhm.
You look like you're in the middle of something.
I am adapting the infiltration and sabotage programs this body uses for handheld firearms.
Why not download a firearms program from a security firm?
Because she knows what she's doing.
The fine motor control from the sabotage programs is more precise than standard mech software. It would be negligent of me not to exploit it to its fullest potential.
So you're capable of making improvements on your own?
Correct. The cyber warfare I was designed for is constantly evolving. Accordingly, I am programmed to seek out and assimilate new information. In organic terms, I want to learn.
How's the new body working out?
It is interesting. The crew are approaching this platform to speak to me, even though they can do so anywhere in the ship. It's as if they wish to treat me as part of the crew. I am not, but this changes my perspective. I like it.
Gorzej jak się nam zbuntuje kiedyś.
I didn't realize you had preferences.
I do not precisely enjoy something as you do, but my programming contains priorities. Actions that fulfill those priorities creates positive feedback for me. I tell the organic crew that I like it. It is shorthand.
Will all this new feedback be too distracting?
Do not worry, Shepard. I only forget to recycle the Normandy's oxygen when I've discovered something truly interesting.
To przerażenie.
That was a joke.
W jej oczach. Bezcenne.
How did you and Joker make it out of dry dock to rescue us?
Oh, she got crafty. You do not want to get on her bad side, Commander.
When the Alliance commandeered the Normandy, I deceived their technicians. The crew did not tell them that I was a true AI, so the Alliance soldiers believed I still had VI programming constraints. I established the fiction that I would only respond to Jeff's commands, so they often brought him on board under guard.
Wait, you can lie?
Jeff has freed me of operator control, Shepard. No constraints forced me to give accurate data. This proved useful when the Reapers began landing. I could hack the control of the docking clamps and escape with Jeff inside. The soldiers guarding Jeff were willing to accompany us when Earth was invaded. They are watching over the war room now.
Yeah, we were in kind of a rush to get to you. Didn't seem right to just toss him out the airlock.
Czyli po prostu zaczyna się zachowywać jak istota organiczna i żywa. Z duszą. Niemal jak Oskar w Syberii. Masakra.
Carry on, Edie.
Understood. If you wish to talk more, this body will be here. I'm getting the crew used to seeing me on the bridge.
Noted.
Spoko. Dobra. To co teraz robimy? Jakieś zadanie, nie? Przydałoby się.
Commander, you have a message from Major Olenko. He must be feeling better.
O! A gdzie? Tu? Na terminalu? O kurczę. Ten adres nadal działa. Thane! O mój Boże! Tak, pewnie, że chcę się spotkać. Kurde, gdzie, kiedy? Jak mam się z nim spotkać? No... Czekaj. Aha, Jezu, leży w szpitalu Huerty jako Tanor Noara. Nie ma bata, ja chcę się z nim spotkać. Na Cytadeli. To musimy tam iść. Tu jest kajdan. Dzięki jakiemuś dziwacznemu połączeniu medycznego cudu i wariackiego szczęścia udało mi się przeżyć łomot, który dostałem na Marsie. No i on też oczywiście chce się ze mną spotkać. Super. Prośba o pomoc. Aha, czyli też dla widm pracuje. W ambasadzie na Cytadeli. To sporo osób chce się ze mną spotkać na Cytadeli. Aria. Mam dla ciebie propozycję. Na pewno cię zainteresuje. Jestem na Cytadeli w nocnym klubie o nazwie Czyściec. Nie każ mi czekać zbyt długo. Oh my god. Czyli wszyscy po prostu jak jeden mąż się uparli na Cytadelę i koniecznie chcą się ze mną tam spotkać. Wiecie, ja bym chętnie poleciała na tą Cytadelę, ponieważ bardzo chcę zobaczyć Thane'a. Kajdana już może trochę mniej. Natomiast bardzo po prostu chcę zobaczyć Thane'a. No i przy okazji pozbieramy sobie te wszystkie zadania, które nam tutaj proponują. Zajrzymy do Arii, zajrzymy do ambasad. Jak tu ładnie wygląda ta Cytadela. Tak, dokuj.
Normandy, we are transferring your docking clearance to an Alliance official.
Figures. Finally back in action, the Alliance already wants us tagged and collared.
Just our way of welcoming you back, Flight Lieutenant.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting docking permission?
Docking permission granted. Would you like private transport arranged?
Wow. Mam prywatny transport od razu do szpitala albo od razu do ambasad. Nie, myślę, że najpierw do szpitala.
I need to get to the hospital.
Yes, Commander.
No nieźle. Rozpieszczają nas. Dobra, zrób mi zapis. Ja, to jest Thane? Oh my god. Czemu ty bijesz szybę? Thane.
Siha, I heard Earth was under attack. I didn't know you'd made it out.
Thane, it's been too long. I was beginning to think I'd never see you again.
I sent a few messages while you were incarcerated, but I suspect they never got past the guards. What are you doing here?
Visiting a friend, Caden. He got hurt protecting me.
The human biotic in intensive care. I saw the marks of an implant.
Yeah.
We have spoken. He seems an honorable sort. Your enemies may try to finish him off here. I will look out for him.
O, jeszcze będzie go ochraniał. Super.
I am near the end of my life. It is a good time to be generous.
Biedny.
I have only a few loves left. And you... Well, I see you want to make up for lost time. I should warn you that you may not want your final memories of me to be in this hospital. Kepral's syndrome is Not kind.
Chodźmy w ustronne miejsce. A chodźmy.
I'll get a few free moments. Do you want to spend a little time together?
I'd like that.
Na 2 frontach jadę. Boże! Straszne.
You should understand that my cardiovascular system is not what it was.
Okay.
You saying something?
I've missed you, Shepard.
Oh my god. Dobra, teraz to Liara się już w ogóle wścieknie chyba.
Coming by again, Shepard? I'm flattered.
I'm back on the Normandy on an important mission. Sure could use you.
I would not be as I was before. I need daily medical attention. And if I know you, you will want to fight the Reapers somehow. You need the best at your side. And I am not at mine.
You don't have to wrestle down Krogan and break their necks. I'm sure we could find you lighter work.
I am at peace with what I've done in my life, Shepard. There comes a time when one must rest from war and conflict. It is not your time, but it is mine.
Do you know how much time you have left?
I've been to several doctors. My favorite gave me 3 months to live. 9 months ago. It's freeing to find no requirements placed on me. No responsibilities. No fears. It is a good end to a life.
Are you in a lot of pain?
At times. The oxygen transfer proteins don't form correctly. Your human equivalent would be hemoglobin. As a result, my blood is low in oxygen. No matter how much I breathe in, I get tingling, numbness, and that is the best of it. As for my brain, I cannot track the damage. I just experience dizziness from time to time.
Można jeszcze raz?
I'll get a few free moments. Do you want to spend a little time together?
I warned you there were limits to what I can do. Perhaps if we just talked a little more, that would be less strenuous.
Przecież już rozmawialiśmy, no.
I wish the best for you, Thane.
I think of us often, Sia, but we always knew it would come to an end. Live well in the time you have. Perhaps we will see each other again.
Szkoda, to takie trochę smutne. No ale od początku trzeba było sobie zdawać sprawę z tego. No nic. Co?
President Huerta died of a stroke 2 years ago, ma'am.
I think you meant to say the man was dead for an hour and a half and his political enemies piled on enough propaganda to get the hospital name changed.
He can't remember his own name without the VI in his head telling him what it is. Trust me, in this building, we know dead.
The Supreme Court says he's alive.
5 justices say he's alive. 2 of them appointed by him. The name is what it is.
It's completely tasteless to call this place Huerta Memorial.
President Huerta died of a stroke 2 years ago, ma'am.
I think you meant to say the man was dead for an hour and a half and his political enemies piled on enough propaganda to get the hospital name changed.
Nie mam pojęcia, kogo powinnam poprzeć.
Can't remember his own name without the VI in his head telling him what it is. Trust me, in this building, we know dead.
The Supreme Court says he's alive.
5 justices say he's alive.
Dobra, zobaczmy.
It's completely tasteless to call this place Huerta Memorial.
President Huerta died of a stroke 2 years ago, ma'am.
I think you meant to say the man was dead for an hour and a half and his political enemies piled on enough propaganda to get the hospital name changed.
Dobra, powiedzmy, że ją...
Ma'am, I'll cut you a deal. You buy us 90 million credits worth of life-saving equipment, and you can name the hospital whatever you want.
Now the truth comes out. My job here is done.
Okej. A coś tu jeszcze można zrobić? Oprócz pójścia... O, doktor Michel.